Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we are going to learn how we can draw this particular image which is visible on your screen. Now in this image basically we are going to start with this wheel and then we will be drawing this wheel, and after that we will draw the outer body that you are seeing. Now due to dimensions it seems a lot typical or difficult, but the thing is this drawing is a very simple one, and by using some tricks you can easily draw it in a very minimal time. Now just take a look, this particular wheel and this particular wheel, they are identical. The only difference is this one is smaller and this one is a little bit larger. Now how to identify what is the scale of this particular drawing? So just check the ratio of dimension. So here it is 30, here it is 20. So basically 2/3 is the ratio. Now take a look at outer boundary 105 and here it is 70. So again a ratio of 2/3. So basically if we have created the larger wheel or smaller wheel, we can create the other one. As simple as that. Now after that we will be using some relative coordinates and we will be easily drawing this particular image. So without further delay, let's come to the AutoCAD screen and let's start drawing. So let us start with the larger wheel, and we are going to use center and diameter and specify the center as origin and specify diameter as 30 units for the innermost circle we have drawn. Later on the next circle is of 67.5 diameter. So same command, specify the same center as 0, 0 and enter, and specify diameter, radius is given, not diameter. So instead of diameter we need to specify the radius. Write R, enter. Okay, we will have to select the command again. Center radius, center is 0, 0, press enter. Then the next thing is radius. So radius is 67.5 and then press enter. So we have created one more circle. After that the next circle is of radius 90 and next one is of radius 105. So we are going to create them as well. So use the same center, origin, enter. Then specify a radius of 90 units. Later on use the same center and specify radius as 105. So basically we have created the outline of this particular wheel. Now what we are going to do is we will be drawing one line starting from here, and it should be vertical. Basically the length of line I am going to take as 105. Okay, so just press @105 and specify angle as 90 degree and then enter. Now what we are going to do is we will trim the non-required portion. So just use trim command and remove these lines that we do not need. Now so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to create an offset of 9 units on both sides of this particular line like this. Now without further delay we are going to create a polar array of these two lines, and we will trim the non-required portion later on. So the number of spikes that we need are 24. So select polar array, select the objects as this line and this line. Now one more thing we forgot to do. Basically we have not trimmed these excess parts here. So trim it and trim this one as well. Now create the polar array. Select the objects. Okay, one more thing is still remaining, that is we need to extend these lines. So extend this one and this one. Now it's done. So let's select polar array, select these objects and click enter. Specify the center point as this one and specify the number of items as 24 and then press enter. Now what do we need to do here? We will trim the non-required portion here again. So select trim command instead of extend, use trim. First we'll remove this particular line, then we need to remove these portions that are there. Now once we are done removing them, we will copy this particular wheel to another location by reducing its scale. Just remove these portions that we do not need. Now trimming takes a little bit time, but it's not a very tedious task as long as you know that your wheels are going to be created perfectly. Now this is done. Now what else do we need to do is we will remove this particular circle. So delete this. Okay, instead of deleting, just undo it. We will need to trim this one as well. So trim, enter, and trim these portions from here. Okay, another option that we could have used, we could have already removed the excess portion before creating the array, and it would have produced the similar results. So let's remove them. Now this is the part that takes the maximum time in this particular drawing, and it's done. So wheel is created. The next thing that we need to do is we need to find out the location of another wheel that we have. So what we are going to do is we will select line and we will start that line from the origin. Then we are going to come 35 units down. Okay, so just use @35 and specify angle as minus 90 degree, and we have created this one. Now what we need to do is, as per the drawing, we need to move 285 units left. Okay, so @285 less than, and angle should be 180 degree, and then press enter. Now this is the location of the center of a smaller wheel. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will select this complete wheel like this. Okay, just remove these lines from selections. Okay, so instead of selecting with the green selection box, we are going to use the blue selection box so that this larger line is not selected. Now we will be using copy command. Then we will specify the base point as the origin, and then we need to shift this particular drawing here, and I think it's done, and press escape. So basically we have created both of these wheels. Okay, now what we are going to do is we have two options. One is we can simply use scale command and we can reduce its scale. Another one is we can just stick to the first plan only. Now select this particular wheel like this, and what we are going to use, we are going to use scale command, specify base point as this point. Okay, and we can use a scale of 0.667, 0.666667, whatever accuracy you want to, and this wheel is created. Another option that we have is, I'm undoing it. Another option that we have is, okay, another option that we can use is simply select a line, start from this particular point and go till this radius, that is 105. After that, draw a line like this and press enter. Now what we are going to do, we are going to copy this, use copy command, select base point as this origin and specify this one as center, and it's done. Now what we need to do, we will select this again and we are going to use the same scale command, specify a base point as the center of this one and specify this thing, So this will create your scale factor exactly same. Okay, so we can remove this line because we don't need it now. We can remove this one as well. So 2 wheels are done. What else do we need to do? So basically wheels are okay. We don't need to create any specific requirement again here. Now what else do we need to do is we will select a line, start a line starting from this particular point, and we will go till a distance of 111.6. Okay, so at the rate 111.6, and angle I'm going to specify as 90 degree. So basically this is a line that I have created. The next thing is I need to create a line on this side for 60 unit length. So at the rate 60 and specify angle as 180 degree and then press enter. So this is the outer base of this particular line. Now I'm going to use an offset of 20 units at an angle of 90 degree and then press enter. On this side I need to go for 120 units. So at the rate 120 and specify angle as 0 degree and then press enter. Then I'll be moving upwards for a distance of 80 units. So 90 degree, it's done. Later on I'll be moving for 10 unit length at an angle of 0 degree and then press enter. Then what else I need to do? I will be moving 100 units downwards. So at the rate 100 less than 90 degree and then press enter. Now from here we will be moving 20, 10 and 10. 20 and 10 and 10. So at the rate 20 less than 0, enter. Then at the rate 10 less than 0, enter. Again at the rate 10 less than 0 and enter. So what I have created here is basically I have created sections of line that I'll be using. The next thing is I'm going to draw a line of 63.64 units at an angle of minus 90 degree and then press enter. So this is the point where we are going to remove this, where we are going to leave this arc. Okay, now so what else do we need to do is we have this section of 20 units. Okay, so from this 20 units I'll be moving 155 units upwards. So select a line again and specify starting point as this point and specify dimension as 155 at an angle of 90 degree and then press enter. Later on we'll be moving 200 units on the left side. So at the rate 200 less than 180, enter. Then I need to move at an angle. So length is 100 and angle here it will be 180 plus 60. Not 60, 180 plus 30 degree. So that will be 210. 210 and then press enter. 200, wait, not 210. Press Z. At the rate length is 100 and angle will be 210 plus 30, that is 240. Enter. After that we'll be moving vertically downwards for 60 unit length. So at the rate 60, angle will be minus 90 and then press enter. Then what else we need to do? We will be moving for 25 and 40, 65 units on the left side. So press at the rate 65 less than, now use angle as 180 degree and it's done. Then we will be moving 25 units vertically downwards. So at the rate 25, angle less than 90 and then enter. Then we'll be moving for 75 units on the left side again. So at the rate 75, angle should be 180 degree and then press enter. Now just take a look, it's taking a little bit of shape. Then what else do we need to do? We need to 75 we have moved, we need to move for further 45 units in the same direction, that is at 180 degree angle. Then we will be moving vertically downwards. So for 31.93, 63.86 units and 31.93 units. So let's create it 31.93 or 63.86. We can use any one. So 63.86 and angle should be minus 90 degree and then press enter. So just take a look, we have created some required portions and press escape. Now what else we need to do? We will be creating an offset of 20 units from this particular line. So select offset, specify offset distance as 20, select the object and create this offset. Now what we need to do, we will be trimming the non-required portion. So trim it from here, trim this line from here as well, done. Then trim it from here. Now we will have to trim more, but before that we will be creating an arc using starting point, center point and end point. So or we can use start, radius and end point. Okay, so select arc. Now we are going to create an arc from here to this particular line. So we have a starting point and we have radius. So just find out an option that have start, end and radius. Start and radius, start, center and radius. Center, start, end, center, start, angle, center, start, length, start, center, end. So basically we don't have a radius. Start, center, angle, start, center, length. So let's use starting, center and end. Starting point, then center point. Now this is the point that we need. So the arc that is being created, by default it will be created in anti-clockwise direction. So here I'm going to use this much length. So this is the arc that we have created. Now let's take a look what is the radius of this arc. So we are going to measure radius. So select this, it's 89. But we need an arc of 80 unit radius. So instead of arc, what we are going to do, I'm going to draw a circle. So use circle using center and radius. So specify center as this one and specify radius as 80 units and then press enter. 80 units and then press enter. Okay, so 63.86. I think there is some issue in this dimension. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is we are going to move starting from this point and we'll be moving on this side by 37.54 units and then press enter. Later on we'll move vertically upwards by 60 units. So at the rate 60 and less than, angle should be 90 degree. Then 25, angle is 0. At the rate 25, angle is 0, press enter. Then 37.5, not 37.5, we are going to move 75 units vertically upwards. So at the rate 75 less than 90, press enter. Then we will be moving at the rate 15 units and at an angle of 180 degree and it should perfectly match. So our dimensions till this point are correct. We don't have any issue in them. Now we will select another line starting from this particular point and till a length of 37.5 for drawing the steering, and angle should again be 90 degree. So angle is 90 degree and then press enter. Now what else do we need to do? Basically we need to draw this particular line. So basically the angle that we need is 30 degree from the vertically upward line. So what I'm going to do is I'll be creating an angle of 60 degree from horizontal. So let's take the length of 120 units. So 120 and specify angle as 60 degree and then press enter. Now what else I need to do? I'll be moving 30 units in this direction. So basically this angle is 90 degree. So 60 and then this angle will be minus 30 degrees. So basically I'll be moving, instead of hash, select a line, start from this one and specify length of 30 units and specify angle as minus 30, and we will be moving till 60 units select a line. This is the starting point. Now on 30 degree and angle is 150 degree, and then press enter. So we have created the steering wheel as well. Now we will be using offset command for a lot of works. So let's select offset and specify offset distance as 5 units, and then press enter. Create an offset of 5 on this side and offset of 5 on this side. Now we will be extending this line. So select extend and extend this one, and then we will be trimming the non-required portion. So we will trim this particular line and we will trim this one as well. Now use offset again, specify offset distance as 10 this time, and create an offset of 10 on this side for this line, this side for this line, and we'll join the non-required portions. Now we will be creating an offset of this line as well. Create an offset of this line, and this line. So most of the body has taken the shape. Now what else I need to do? I'll be extending. Okay, so we can extend this line, extend this line, extend this one, trim this particular portion. Now let's select line and extend this one. Now we can extend the other line as well, extend, and it's done. So we can trim it from here, trim this line from this particular point, and it's done. Now select line segments and join these 2 points. Repeat the same line command. Start from this one, go till this one, then select a line, okay, and draw it at 0 degree angle. So we can keep the polar tracking as well. We can keep the polar tracking on so that we don't need to worry about these things. So extend this line as well. So we will be trimming the next non-required portion. So trim it from this particular location, and it's done. Now what else I need to do? I need to draw a circle of radius 120 starting from this particular point. So select a circle of using center and radius, then specify this point as center and specify radius as 120. Okay, so from here as well we will be removing the non-required portion, but we need to extend one line. So extend this particular line on the other side, and it's done till this particular point. Right click, enter. Now instead of extend, use trim command to trim the circle portion that you don't need. So this is also, this one was needed, so press Ctrl Z. Now do we need this one? Yes, obviously we need this one. Now we will trim this one. We'll trim this one as well, and let's take a look why this complete portion is being deleted. So let's extend the line a little bit, extend this particular line, and let's use trim command again, trim, remove this. Now this line is also not needed, so what we are going to do, we will delete this line altogether. Now sometimes it's better to use delete instead of trim, because it will basically remove or it will delete the line completely. So that becomes a little bit better. So what we are going to do, we will take a look and we will extend these portions if some of these portions are still remaining. Now this is extended. Now use trim, remove this particular section and remove this one as well. So I think the drawing is almost complete. Yes, it is. Only one thing is remaining, that is the light. So basically what we need to do is we need to move for 31.93 units upwards from this particular drawing. So select a line, start from this particular point and go till 31 point. Okay, we need to draw it at the center of this one. Okay, so use 2-point circle. Now this is the starting point and second point will be at 15 units distance. Now what I need to do, I need to draw a line at the center, starting from the center on the both sides, so that I can basically make it a line. Press enter. Now trim and trim this one, so light is also complete. Now let's see if we need to remove any portions, so we are going to remove that as well. So delete them, and I hope our drawing is complete. Okay, instead of 15, basically we needed this arc of radius 15, and we have drawn it by using radius 7.5. So use it 15 and then press enter. Now what we need to do, we will move this particular circle outwards. So select move command, specify the base point and take this base point at this location. Similarly, just take this line at this particular base point, delete it, and we can extend this particular line so that it's going till the ends. So the drawing is complete, and you can give colors if you want to, but before that I'm going to give it some dimensions. So I'm going to create a dimensions layer in this one if it's not available. So you can create a dimension by using Alt N as well. So I'm writing the name of layer as dimensions. Press enter. Use red color. Click OK. Now why I'm using red color? Because it will be a little bit better. Now select all the radiuses first. Now specify the radius of this one as this point. Repeat dim radius, specify this one. It's done. Now repeat the same dim radius command. It's done. Then repeat dim radius and use this point. So I think it's very much clear. Now next thing that we need is we need to specify the radius of these these circles. This one, repeat same command and specify the radius of this one. Repeat dim radius, specify the radius of this one. It's done. Repeat dim radius, specify the radius of this one, and it's done. Later on we will be repeating radius for this one, radius 15. After that, do we need another radius? Yes, we have two curves. One is of this. After that we have one more curve that is left, which is this one. So you can specify its radius here as well. Then we are left with some linear dimensions. So use linear or align, whatever you want. So we are going to specify these lines. Dim aligned, start from this point, go till this, and it's written. Dim aligned, start from this one, go till this point, and it's done. Then start from this, go till this, it's done. Repeat, started from here, go till this. Now some dimensions you might not be seeing very perfectly, so we will adjust these values as well without any issue. So let's create these dimensions Now basically it will be better if you are providing the outer dimensions, because that will be providing you a very nice platform to specify the offset. Okay, now repeat dim align, start from this point, go till this point, and it's done. Next, repeat dim align, start from here till here, go till this, repeat dim align, start from here, go till this point, and it's done. Now we will placing these dimensions as well. Dim align, start from this, go till this point, and it's done. Now what else is remaining? We are left with starting from the center point of this one until now there should be one end point of a line. Okay, so this is the end point. Now repeat dim align, starting from here to here. So basically this is the offset that we needed. Then start it from here, go till this point, and we can place this like this. After that we are left with some more dimensions starting from here to here. Okay, instead of we have taken a very insignificant point starting from here to here, we need to place, repeat it from here to here, and it's done. We can align all of them by using a line command as well. Repeat, start from here to here, then repeat, start from here, go till this point, and it's done. Repeat dim align, start from here, go till the center point, and it's done. Repeat dim align, start from this and go till the end point, and you will see it's a little bit different. Dim align, start from here to here, 38, done. Okay, repeat the command, start from this point, go till this point, and it's done. Next, this one, done. Starting from here to here. So if you will see closely, what is happening here is that the dimensions that we have placed, they have created quite a clutter in the drawing. Use the same. So we can specify this dimension as well as we need to specify dimension starting from this to this point. Okay, we have not selected the exact point. Start, repeat dim align, start from this one and go till end point, this one. So it should be 75, and it's done. So all the dimensions are created. Now what I am going to do is I am going to place all of these dimensions in a different layer, which is dimension layer. So select all the similar items. So all the dimensions are selected now, and just select the layer in which you want to shift these dimensions. So just take a look. We have shifted all these dimensions to a different layer. Now what we need to do is we will turn this layer off, and then we will basically change or provide some colors to this particular drawing so that it's a little bit better. So wheels, we are going to use a black color. So simply click inside, and it's done. Now use a little bit of transparency for this so that the color is a little bit consistent, and click on OK. Now close hatch creation, create another hatch of a different solid color. Let's take it orange or red, whatever you want to. For the body of this particular tractor. Okay, it's saying close boundary is not determined, and it is showing us that this particular boundary is not properly closed. So close hatch creation first and use extend command. So this boundary is showing that it is not closed. Now select a line, just draw a line till this point, and I'm just trying to reinforce or fill this gap. Now the gap is not actually shown to us, so use hatch command, use the same hatch again. There might be gaps between the boundary, or boundary object might be outside the display area. New pick point, select the command and modify. Okay, so what else I can do? I can select line and I can close these gaps if there is any. So let's say we close these gaps, press enter, then try to use hatch. Okay, it's working now. Now in this one, basically we are seeing that there is some error. Okay, so we will close this gap as well. So close hatch creation, start from a line, specify this point as the end point, start it from here, go till this point, reach till this point again. Now use hatch. I think we'll be able to create it. Okay, and it's done. In this one as well. Now sometimes it might happen in extend command that we are not able to create fill the gap completely. So in this case, just simply use these lines to close the gap again. Just reach till this point and hit center, hatch, fill it. Still it's showing that a closed boundary gap is not available. Close hatch creation, select line, start from this end point, go till not the perpendicular, this end point. Now go till this point and go till this point. Later on we will basically reach till the exact end point, and it's I hope it's covered completely, and press enter. Now go to hatch, select the internal point, and still the same issue we are seeing, that a closed boundary is not determined. So there is definitely something wrong. So let's close the hatch creation and let's create hatch for the steering wheel again. Use another color, fill these gaps, click close, use hatch. Let's try again for okay, it's done now, and close hatch creation. Now this is the image that we are done with. Let's fill one more remaining area by using a different color. Fill this one. Okay, it does not look nice. What else can we do? We can place or create a new color, or we can leave it empty as well. So let's press Ctrl Z and close hatch creation. Now rim we need to change the color of these rims as well. Now first create the color of this one, rose, use hatch, solid color, we can use gradient, and blue and gray. So let's fill this gap. So this is our drawing, which is complete now. And if you want to display the dimensions, simply click on dimensions and it will be displayed. Now in these dimensions, what is happening is that the text size is not of the required size. So select all the dimensions, select similar, go to annotation command. Now modify the text size, increase it a little bit, go to text, make this height as 8 units. Let's take a look and make this arrow of 8 units. I hope the dimensions are not too large. Okay, it's done now. So whatever dimensions are combining, you can shift them a little bit and your drawing will be very nice. Simply select this, place it like this. After that, there is another dimension which is being placed, this one. Now shift this 10 units here. So all the dimensions are done. This is how you can create the drawing. So that's all for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day.